Hello everyone, this is Jason from Primetime Aquatics, and I am finally getting around to doing the long-term review on this Hygger Aquarium Light. This is a light I reviewed almost 2 years ago, and at the time of the unboxing, I promised in about a year we do the long-term review. Well, 1 year almost turned into 2. Today we're going to talk about what we learned having this light on this tank for the last almost 2 years. Hope you enjoy the video. Appreciate you being here. Okay, so what are some of the things that we learned about this light? Well, first, cost. This thing right now is about $40 on Amazon. By the way, I will put an Amazon affiliate link down in the description below if you want to purchase this light. For that price point, we're right around some of the other less costly lights like your Beamswork lights, your Night Cruise, and your Aquatics. I've done a ton of reviews on those lights as well. I will put those in the description so that you can get a better idea of the light that's right for you. Some of the things I really like about this light are the same things I liked about the light when we did the original review. So one, I love the color spectrum of this light. It is my favorite of all the fish room, of all the lights that we have. I love the light that this produces on a fish tank. Right now, this is on 100%. There are different settings, which I'll get into in a moment, but this is a color spectrum I absolutely love. It's not too bright, it's not too dark. I love the blue and the red and the white light combination and the way in which they did it. It is by far my favorite when it comes to that. The other thing, price point at around 40 bucks. It is not a bad light for the money. In fact, I would say it's a rather good light, especially when you compare them to the competition. The next thing to consider, of course, is the durability. And so far, even after almost 2 years, they are running well. And I think probably the best thing I can say about this light is we have since added 4 more to the fish room. One in 4-foot length, we've got a 3-foot, and we have another couple of these that are about this size. So we've added more to the fish room, as I said we would probably do when I did the original unboxing, because this light does such a great job, makes the tanks look so nice. Now this light also has a lot of cool features. There is a little touchpad here, which I like quite a bit. The top part, the top button on this is going to help you adjust the intensity. So right now, as I said, it's on full intensity, but as I press this button, hopefully it comes through on camera, it gets 1, 2, 3, 4. It gets a lot darker, so you can adjust the intensity, and I absolutely love that. I think every new modern aquarium light should have that feature. And then as I continue to press it, 1, 2, 3, 4, it gets brighter and brighter and brighter. The other thing that it will allow you to do, the second button here that allows you to cycle through the different types of light. So here we have it where it is on the white, the blue, and the red. Now it's on just the red and the blue. Now it's just white. And now it's everything. So it allows you to do that. This third button down here, I won't be able to demonstrate it as well, but it is a timer. It has different settings where it will cycle through and basically get brighter and then dimmer and then eventually go to a blue light. And then we've got the on-off button here. Now, those are the cool features. And it's a lot. Again, it's a lot of features for the money. There is a downside to this light, and it's something that you're going to have to consider. It wasn't a downside for us. It just didn't matter because I like it just the way it is. If you want to use these features and you have your light on a timer, the light will forget the timer settings, the intensity settings, and the light settings if you have it on a timer and it shuts off externally. Now, if you just turn it off with the on-off button, so for instance, if I go here and I'm like, okay, you know what, this is too bright, let me make it a lot darker, and then I use the on-off button, so I turn it off, turn it back on, it will remember that. The problem is when you use an external timer, it doesn't remember that, and so that can be a little bit frustrating for those of you who run lights on timers like we do. Like I said, it's not a feature I use, so it doesn't really matter. The same is true if you want to change the light. And so if you just want to have the red and blues on, you turn this thing off, turn it back on, it's going to remember that. However, once again, if it's on a timer, it's just going to go back to having it as the standard 100% on with all the LEDs shining on your tank. Now, as you can see here, it is a thin light. I also like that. I don't want my fish tank equipment, whether it's lights or filters or heaters, I would prefer them to blend in as much as possible. Kind of strange given that we use sponge filters. But at least in terms of the lights, I really don't want to have a big bulky light that's producing a ton of heat on my tank. And I would say that this light does a better job than, let's say, the Beamswork light or maybe even the Nycrew at keeping the heat to a reasonable level and also keeping a slim profile. Now, when it comes to plants, you can see here it has been growing plants in this tank for the last 2 years. Joanna uses this tank quite a bit to pull plants out and put the plants in other tanks. So the Anubias, I took the lid off because it's grown a lot, and so that's come out actually at the top of the tank. It grows a jungle val. We've had crypts in here, and in fact, at one point we had crypts all over this side of the tank. It's just like I said, we move the plants out sometimes and put them in other tanks. Right now, the only thing in this tank are the plants and some emerald dwarf rasboras, and I believe some exclamation point rasboras and a few blue dream shrimp, so it's not very heavily stocked. So the bottom line is this: after 2 years, I absolutely love this light. It is still, at this price point, my favorite light. I love the features. If you want to do some comparison shopping, check out the videos down in the description below. We've covered the Nycrews, the Aqua Neats, the Beamswork lights, the Phoenix lights, the Current USA lights. All of them, most of them are right around this price point, with the Phoenix being a little bit more expensive. If you're interested in purchasing light, again, we'll have the affiliate link down in the description below. Would love to hear from you. Have you used the lights? What do you think? Appreciate you being here, and we'll see you in the next one.